and that's okay. Scroll past the filter, skip the noise, find your calm and stay poised. You're not late, you're right on cue. Every fit skill looks good on you. So light it up, get glow through the doubt. Even discount dreams can still work out. We rise, rewind, and do it again. Off-brand hearts still find their zen. Make it worth the wilderness. Take your time. Even chaos can fall in line. Make it worth your wilderness. Make it yours. We're all just healing in synth-wave chords.
Woo! I want to dance with somebody. Why do we move our feet, bob our head, and sway side to side when we just hear a little rhythm? Welcome back to Bargain Brand Wellness. Tonight's episode is all about the music that makes us vibe. So grab your dancing shoes and your tambourine because we're getting groovy. Welcome to Wellness. Welcome back, my wellness warriors, my self-care connoisseurs, my off-brand VIPs. We're in for another fun Monday episode. We're excited to be here. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, some fun games to play, and some fun topics to get into. So we're excited to have you. Hope you're enjoying what we got going on. As you can see on the stream, we are now officially partnered with Dude Wipes, our first sponsorship on this channel. We're super excited about that. A small channel to get sponsored, partnered with a large company. Yeah, we're excited about that. I just got the email from them today. They'll be sending me a free shipment. It's not a large shipment, just so everyone's aware of that. It's small, but it's free. It's free product, and I will promote them. And if my content that I put out is good enough, I have a chance to appear on their social media site. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the possibilities. Many of you, fans of the show have also saw that we've officially launched our first piece of merch. You can go onto the Patreon and click out an order form, and we'll wait. We'll kind of give everyone a chance to log on, and we'll kind of go over the ordering process. We're going to kind of have our own self-ran store. Running stores online like Etsy, and Etsy is the first one that came to my mind, are super kind of confusing, or not really confusing, but a lot of extra fees. And this channel here is supposed to be self-care on clearance, so we're going to be selling those manually, but we'll kind of get into that. Yeah. So if you're interested, join the Patreon. We've been saying this for the last month or so. We're not even really asking anybody to join the tiered membership, right now, because we're kind of just still in the beginning. How you doing over there, JJ? We're just kind of asking to join the Patreon, get the free members. There's still perks over there, right? You join free. You have the opportunity to become a wellness warrior of the day, which we announce at the end of every stream. JJ, thanks for clicking those likes over there. So stick around. The wellness warrior of the day gets you an extra chance to have your name pulled from our wellness warrior of the month merch drawing that we'll be having, I guess technically the beginning of November, but it's for the month of October. So stick around, hang out, and chat, because the more you comment, the more you engage, especially as we're playing these games, ups your chances to win Wellness Warrior of the Day. And we've had a lot of repeat winners. Wouldn't mind a few new folks popping in and also earning some potential prizes. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Our flagship T-shirt is our "Make It Worth Your Wellness" T-shirt. In fact, let me go ahead and pull up an image of it. We won't go over the order form, but I just kind of wanted to show it real quick, so those of you who are hanging out kind of get an idea of what it is we got going on over here, especially if this is your first time joining. So there you can see that's what it looks like. The Make It Worth Your Wellness t-shirts. They will be coming in just in one color, which is the white. I feel like the white really popped with the text and our logo. So those you can order now. Once again, like I said, we'll go over this form here in a little bit after a few more people jump on. But yeah, we're excited. We're super excited. I just started working because we are going to have another shirt coming out just for the holiday season. We're going to have our very own Bargain Brand Christmas shirt. I've already got the image that I've been working on. Nova was a huge help with this. We're just kind of working out some finalities. That will be announced later. I plan on selling those the week before Thanksgiving. We'll also be having a Christmas album that we're going to be putting out, which I'm also super excited about. We're going to be uploading my voice to Singify. So as some of you have heard, I can't carry a tune as well as I used to. You know, I have my moments. So we're going to be uploading my voice to Singify. We're going to create a Christmas album. They will be on sale as well. So I hope people are excited for that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah. So before we get into anything, let's review our returning Wellness Warriors of the Day. We've got, and we'll see if they pop in on YouTube. She snuck in at the last moment. We've got my mother, Linda Marine, won Wellness Warrior of the Day over on YouTube. She just beat out Joey. He was in first place for a good portion of the show. And somehow, I don't know how YouTube's algorithm works with that, but somehow she snuck in and picked up her third trophy, swiping it away from Joey. And then over on TikTok, we had my brother get his third trophy of Wellness Warrior of the Day, or I say trophy, but more like a badge, I guess you could call it, over on TikTok. So as you can see, we've got, and I think I did my math wrong because we have one more stream after this for October. So I should have had one more picture on here. I guess I miscalculated it. And so for every one of my Wellness Warriors, they'll get their name put in for a drawing, as well as if you are already a member on the Patreon, you get one additional name in there for that, free or paid. So that'll be, the winner of that will have the opportunity to win a free piece of merch. So, I don't see anybody over there in TikTok, but Mom, since you were on here, your Wellness Warrior of the Day over there on YouTube, feel free to shout out what you'd like us to engage in. I took your advice with the karaoke. We're definitely going to try to keep songs within my vocal range. Plus, I got my tea, so maybe my pipes will be a little bit more lubricated. Well, she's figuring out which one of our challenges from the Wheel of Wellness. This week's schedule is going to be a little bit different, right? A little bit different with the holiday, or with Halloween right there, as well as, you know, for our local folks, our high school homecoming football game, as well as, yeah, my anniversary. My anniversary is on Wednesday. our kind of original anniversary. Long story. The wife and I, we kind of celebrate our wedding anniversary, but it's the day after Christmas. Not really a great day to celebrate. So we actually celebrate our pre-marriage anniversary. So we're going to be hanging out. We're going to be going to dinner. So there will not be a stream on Wednesday, but we are going to stream on Thursday. All right. So Thursday, that will change up. I'll put an announcement out to our Facebook group over there at Bargain Brand Wellness. I'll put an announcement on the Patreon so everyone will be aware when and where we will be. And then we will also be here as well for our Saturday After Dark episode, where our next guest will be none other than my own mother. And I'm excited to have her on. She's got some good content for us. Hope y'all are going to enjoy that as well. All right. Mom says karaoke chaos. All right. We're going to get to karaoke out of the way. I only had the one song picked. We could probably do a second one if people join on and we hit that one again. But yeah, let's do this. Make sure. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I think we got it. I should have checked to make sure there was the version of the song that I wanted, but that's my own fault. I could have sworn it would have been there, but yeah. We'll go with this. So this is going to be If You Were Here. Originally done by the Thompson Twins in the 80s. You might remember that song from the movie 16 Candles. I actually wanted to do a slow, it's already kind of a slow song, but I wanted to do the Carey Brothers slower version that came out with the movie Easy A, which is kind of an homage to a bunch of those 80 movies. But we'll go with the Thompson Twins version here. Had to wet the pipes again. Oh, I guess I had to turn the music on, huh? If you were here, I could deceive you. And if you were here, you would believe. But would you suspect my emotion wandering? Yeah, do not want to part at this anymore. The rainwater drips through crack in the ceiling, and I'll have to spend my time on repair. Just like the rain, I'll be always falling, yeah, only to rise and fall again. This is actually a really good song. All right. That was fun. That was good. Definitely kept something more in the lower range. It's weird. Like, I'm not even really a bass. I just I was definitely sitting. I've definitely spent too much time singing in the truck, not really hearing myself. Much better. I'm glad. Much better. I have some songs I can sing really well, it's something I kind of got out years ago, and I didn't really pursue it after I hit puberty. My voice probably would have been better if I'd kind of kept working on my vocals, but yeah, it was fun. All right. So before we get into our talk, we're going to get into our first game over here. We play games on this channel, and we have a really good time. We're going to get into our daily Wordle. We're going to jump into this, log in and create account. I don't know what happened to all my stuff. I guess it's not keeping track. I honestly, I don't care. I'm not really keeping track of how often I do the games on here, but, I had to uninstall and re-download TikTok Live Studio, which I honestly have to do probably once every week or two. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it seems to, I don't know if it was automatic or it's because I restarted my computer. It kind of logged me out of everything. So that's why you see a black screen for Wordle, which is new. I don't really like that. Can we switch? I kind of like the white. Dark. There we go. Let's take the dark theme off. There we go. I don't know why. I have not touched it since yesterday when I did a video. But all right, here we go. So our daily Wordle, we like to start off with a letter rather than our Pinky Stare Cloud strategy. So, ooh, man, what is it with us and the vowels? We're starting with the letter E today. Letter E. So over there in Chatland, if you're over there on the red platform, or if you're over there on the TikTok platform, give us a letter starts with, or give us a word that starts with the letter E, preferably using at least 2 vowels, and try not to repeat any letters if you can. Starting with an E, that's going to be very difficult. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I really can't think anything off the top of my head. The first thing that's coming to me is eagle. Mom, I see you put Earth over there. I like that because I don't have a better one. So we're going to go with Earth. I like that one. Okay. All right. None of them are in the right spot, but we got a T and an E. I'm thinking the T's either going to go first or second. So I'm seeing like an ST. I was almost going to say watch it be stare, but no. And I mean, honestly, that T could really go anywhere. I'd like to use some letters we haven't used. So I'm thinking, and occasionally they do throw a word out there that has double letters, but I like to try not to guess at. Remember, if we would happen to get it in 3, which we've gotten in 2 and 3 before, we've gotten it several times. We get to we need to make a new song on Singify. Dane? The heck is Dane? I didn't even heard of Dane a word. Apparently. Ooh, good guess. All right. Okay. So we know we got a T, an E, an I, and a D. So I'm thinking T-E. Tiled? Tile's not a word. Timed? Timed? Fetid? Mom, where the heck are you getting these words? I'm going with timed, and you're coming in words with Dane and fetid. 2 words. Can you use them in a sentence? You're guessing? What are you guessing from, a thesaurus? What's up, Joseph Twig? How you doing over there? Welcome back, my friend. My mom's throwing some funky words over there, and we're based off some of these words. Especially if it was a word like fetid, I'd like to know what that means. I'm going to go with my word here. I'm going to go with timed. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I know you already see it. That's on me. That's on me. The E was already in the right place. Which, okay, so here's our issue. Can't win over there on YouTube. Probably not. All right, so here's our issue. Blank, blank, blank ID. I mean, fetid fits, so it's got to be. I mean, fetid is not even a word. What is fetid? Oh, wait, no, it's not fetid. No, it's not fetid because the D goes here. So it's something E-T-I-D. Oh, no, fetid. That is, I thought you said fed it. Wait a minute. Tongue. Little sus. What the heck is fetid? I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even want it to be that. But I hate it when they use words I don't know. Fetid. Fetid is the word. Fetid in 4. Why is it trying to get me to make an account? I'm not doing all that today. Fetid. Mom, huge pool. I'm Listen, if it was Stephen Twig, we'd all be questioning it right now. It'd be like, do we need to make Stephen the Cheater part 2? But my mother is a Christian. Well, so is Stephen, but smelling unpleasant. Listen, that definition doesn't help me. I've never heard of the word. You know what we say when something smells unpleasant? We say PU. We say PU. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'll give you credit. I'll give credit where credit's due. You got that one. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that. A word I didn't know. I mean, hey, the one thing I will say I do like about these is we learn new words from time to time on this channel. You play lots of Scrabble, it has to be from that. It has to be from playing that because I don't know. Joey Twig, thanks for sharing the live over there on TikTok. Let's see how you dipped out of YouTube real quick. He's like, he can't get number 1 over here. My mom's competitive. All right. Let's give a spin on the wheel wellness. You shared it with the competition. There you go. We did add one more slot to the wheel wellness, and it is our wellness warrior reset. Basically a little mindfulness moment that I read off, or occasionally we have Nova kind of lead us in a mindfulness moment, because it's always important to kind of stay present, which that is the one thing I will say. If you're on here actively engaging with the channel and watching what we're doing, believe it or not, that is its own form of mindfulness because you're present and you're in the moment. So that's what we do over here. But anyway, without further ado, let's give a spin on the wheel wellness. Watch us get karaoke chaos again. No, we got our off-brand affirmations, which some of you like a little too much. I'm not gonna lie. Some of you like a I probably won't be here long. I have to get up around 6, take my boy to the dentist in Morgantown. Ooh, that stinks. Just a cleaning, or is he getting a filling? All right. All right, we got our music where we want it. Let's hit the lights. Get some mood music going on here. We're gonna keep the music on. You all said you're able to hear me, so as long as y'all say you can still hear me, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna slide. I'm gonna tell you what. I am gonna lower just a little bit. We're gonna slide into some affirmations tonight, ASMR style. Off-brand affirmation number 1. Why is fast food called fast? Because convenience outweighs lunches. 2. If drinking water was an Olympic sport, I'd forget my water The last time I ran a mile, my Fitbit found missing persons report. Those are your ASMR off-brand affirmations. All right. Sometimes it's hard to find different things to do on this wheel wellness, but I have to take the time to write those up because sometimes I've had Nova write them before. She does an okay job. Same thing with like the rap battle stuff. I feel like I give it a little bit more of my voice when I do it. So that's why I like sticking with that one. It just takes me a little bit of time to write them all. All right. So let's I'll tell you what, let's hop into our talk a little bit. So we're talking about where does the art of dance, song, and just the whole idea of music come from. We're going to watch 2 short videos, at least part of them, kind of give us a little bit of idea on the history of music. But no one really kind of has like, there's no like exact moment where song came from. We've talked about on this channel how we are pack animals by nature. It was a way to kind of entertain the group. And even the idea behind dancing and flailing about is probably more for attention for mating purposes. There's other animals, mammals, birds, fish that will kind of perform for potential mates, and usually the male performing for the female. And and then the female basically chooses which mate she likes the most. So I'd say that was probably, if I had to guess, this is just my own opinion or my own theory, that's where a lot of the idea behind music, dance really kind of came from. But the interesting thing about music is we all have, I don't know anybody who doesn't like music, right? You may not necessarily consider yourself a music guru, but you have a favorite song, right? Or a favorite genre of music, or just listening to music in general. And when you listen to it, it's not just that you like it. If you really look at the core, it hits you, right? It hits you, especially a really powerful song that might be, triggered by a memory or whatever it might be. You feel it here. You feel it here. You feel it here. There's a connection there. So let's jump into our first video here. Just pulled up. It's called Music's Power Over Your Brain. Give me 1 second. I try not to have too many tabs open because then my 4.4 my computer feels like it's slowing down. All right, let's pull this up for y'all. There we go.
4 million years ago, an Australopithecine called Ardi stood on her legs and walked. And ever since then, the rhythm of walking has stamped human music. But much more than that, pun intended, that the first steps put us on the path to forging links between the brain and muscular exertion and sound. Hominins learned to hear footsteps as a pattern, and what patterns give you is a sense of time. You can predict what will happen next. It's willy-nilly reflecting the experience of walking through the earth. The condition of being human, being midway between the birds in the heavens and the whales in the ocean, we can situate ourselves. Birdsong is as jerky as the motions of a bird, just as whales have a much more fluid rhythm of floating through their own medium. Human music reflects walking. And this also gives humans their fascination with this metaphor that music moves. And if you think about it, music does not move, but we imagine that one note moves to the other. And most of music, be it a symphony or a song, unfolds a journey. And this journey takes us from one point to another in our minds. It's an imaginary journey, a very long distant echo from the journey of our ancestors out of Africa.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing. So he's talking about kind of the flow. You know, it's almost like our connection to nature, not even just the earth, but just nature in general. You even think, you know, we talked about birds earlier. You know, even birds have a specific song, and different birds all sound, you know, different, right? You know, there's not one species of bird that sounds similar. It's just interesting the way we do that, and I definitely think it is almost a way to like kind of connect us.
What makes human music so distinctive is our link between sound and motion, which is due to the connections in the human brain between the motor regions controlling our motion and the regions controlling hearing and sound, the auditory cortex. As a rule, the deeper you dive into the human brain, the more universal one's propensity for music and for emotion goes. If you start with the brainstem, our oldest layer, brainstems flinch to reflexes in sound, so shocks and loud bangs will trigger the brainstem reflex. The next layer up, the basal ganglia, responds to pleasure, whether a sound is pleasant or unpleasant. The amygdala is where emotions happen, sadness, happiness, anger, fear. And the most modern layer, the neocortex, is the point where you process patterns and the complexities of music. In terms of our music instinct, one of our faculties, which are inborn, is what has been called auditory scene analysis, or the cocktail party effect. If you go to a party and you're surrounded by people jabbering away in different simultaneous conversations, you have an astonishing capacity to tune in to a particular thread. It's the same faculty you have when you're listening to a line in a Bach fugue or in a jazz standard.
I had never thought about that. That is true, though. How we're able to shift our attention to pay attention to certain wavelengths. Next time you're in a setting where there's like a group of people having different conversations, pay attention or attempt to try to pay attention to other people's conversations. It's usually, I'll be honest, it's, at least for me, it's usually closely linked to your to who you're looking at. But if you kind of look around, you'll notice how, because you're looking at them, you're kind of reading their lips, you can almost, you're actually able to kind of focus your ears on those. So people say like our hearing's nowhere near as good as dogs. We don't give ourselves as much credit. Their hearing is much way better, but our hearing can still be pretty good. We can like a. All right, let's watch just a little bit more of this, and then we'll hop. We won't watch the full video, but if you want to watch the full video, it will be linked in the description on YouTube.
We can focus our listening. Birds also have that. Infant and a father emperor penguin surrounded by 40,000 breeding pairs can hear each other's voice in this incredible hubbub.
That's what they say.
Appreciating music purely as a form of relaxation or entertainment does a massive disservice to all the things that music helps you with.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think to think that it's only just for entertainment is really underselling the importance of what music actually is.
The biggest draw to mental health is loneliness. Music can bring people together. You don't have to actively make music with somebody else. Just to listen to music plugs you into a social network, because every note of music is social. It's formed of social conventions. Music lowers stress by reducing cortisol. It gives you pleasure, makes you happy by flooding the brain with neurotransmitters like dopamine. Music is an excellent way of tagging memories, remembering the past. Expressing your deepest emotions and your identity, which can't be captured by language.
Well, and it's funny this. I was just thinking, as he said, it can't be captured by language. I mean, early songs didn't even have, words attached to them. It was mostly a beat. right? That's where it kind of started. And then rhythm and melody eventually came in, but there is that level of connection there. You can feel it on an emotional level. Like we
Because
mentioned.
music is far too precise for words. All these things increase your mental health, and ultimately, music becomes a mode of mindfulness, of contemplation. It's not purely relaxing because there's too much going on when you're listening. And the word relaxation gives a sense of passivity, whereas to listen is a very active and creative activity.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, my opinion, I think music was probably one of the first. Well, I guess it couldn't be the first. It's definitely an early evolutional advantage that was developed within our species. I was going to say one of the first, but wheel, fire, right? We know that those were too early on. Creation of tools. I definitely feel music was definitely had to have been up there. I mean, because you figure even music, there's even a tribal level to it. It's still pretty common with, your indigenous and very primitive tribes in places in Australia, Africa, and even Southern America. So I won't say it was one of the first, but it was definitely, in my opinion, it's definitely a very early evolutional adaptation for us, a way to kind of connect to others of our species. So yeah, if you're kind of interested in learning a little bit more about that, we'll have the link posted in the YouTube description. Feel free to check it out. All right. I'm gonna get into our next game here. Give me just one moment. Hope you all are doing well, Joey. I saw your chat over there on Dude Wipes. We announced the Dude Wipes at the very beginning, but yeah, just as another quick reminder, we are officially partnered with Dude Wipes. We have our first shipment should be arriving here in just a few days. Just got the message from them earlier, so we are super excited about that. Super excited. Bam, 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 bam. Give me one second. I accidentally closed down my presentation. I lowered how many windows I have open, but I now keep accidentally opening new tabs on my existing tabs that I didn't want to close down. It happens. What are you gonna do? I want to make sure that still works. Come on. Root for me. Play nice. There we go. All right. All right. What are we getting into? We're going to get into our next game, our daily connections. I know y'all enjoy that one. I do too. Definitely one of my fun games. And yes, Joey, we are having a great time over here. Joey, you're going to hurt your thumbs over there because I know you're doing most of that by yourself, but Joey's got us up to almost 4,000 likes over there on TikTok. Appreciate the love. All right. We've got our daily TikTok connections. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied already. I was thinking of two different things at the same time. ADHD, bro. All right. I see OnlyFans. Most of them were from you. There was a gentleman by the name of JJ was on here. He put about a couple hundred or 100 to 200 up there. Okay. I see OnlyFan, Connect 4. Fantastic. Oh, hear me out. I only see 2. Connect 4, Fantastic 4. Is there something called as a Fab 4? Simply 4? Just for you? I don't know. I just kind of saw that. I like it. There is a Fab 4. Okay. We might have to come back to that one. I don't want to waste our guesses. I feel like we've lost this a couple times because we made some quick-minded guesses. I don't like to spend all day looking at these, but I do like to get them right. Petite what? Petite 4? I feel like that only is going to be like part of the purple category. Is going for something. Petite four. What is petite four? I saw something else I was looking at. And I don't remember what it was. I mean, we can rock that one. We can rock that one. I've never heard of petite four, but I'm willing to open up my mind here. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a hard one. Okay. So we were on the right track. Okay. What is petite four? Great. And now I'm on seeing this OnlyFan. Olive oil, olive branch, but we already have branch in here. Olive tree, cherry tree, mint tree. Yeah, see, cherry, mint twist. What are you thinking there, Joey? Only, merely. Oh, ice cream. I don't think there's an olive ice cream. But okay, cherry mint twist. Okay. I keep seeing olive branch and OnlyFan. Radiate. There's got to be some weird way to use radiate because there's nothing else that fits with that one. Olive mint cherry twist. Olive is 1000% not an ice cream flavor. I mean, it is a flavor, I guess. Pastry. I mean, we can rock it. Put in drinks. Oh, yeah, put in drinks. Put in drinks. Yeah, cocktail garnishes. Cherry, mint, olive. I don't know what twist means. What's a twist? Only, simply, merely, just. Right? Like, I don't know how to say this one. Only, simply, just, merely. Like it's one thing. And then radiate, fan, spread. Okay. And radiate. Yeah. So the one category is bringing everything down. The other one is opening it up. Here we go. We got this one. This is it. That's the green. Yeah. Ooh. You know what we just did for the first time ever? We got a perfect game, and we did it in the reverse order from hardest to easiest. That, my friends, is a Bargain Brand Wellness first. I should have been recording that one. I stopped recording these pieces just because it was too hard for everything else I got going on to remember to record. That's why I'm recording on my off days. I'm recording the word games. Damn, that was good. Gives ourselves a round of applause. Heck of a job, team. That's how we do this thing on Bargain Brand Wellness. And with that, let's get another spin on the wheel of wellness. I am going to try to record some of the Wheels of Wellness segments, though. And this is going to be one of them. We've got Wellness Rap Battle with Nova. Let me get her pulled up, get my raps ready. Yes, I do have to write them ahead of time. I'm not that quick with it. I'm good, but I ain't that good. Let's turn the music down. All right, Nova, we're over here getting ready to get into our next. Oh, never mind, we're good. I got a note thing on TikTok saying it went off a second, but it looks like it's back on. I think it's back on.
No.
I think we're there.
Yep.
Anyway, so Novi, we're getting ready to jump into another wellness rap battle between you and me. Let's go ahead and get into this. Would you like to start, or would you like me to start?
Oh, I'm always up for a little wellness rap battle, Tim. Let's do it. How about I kick things off this time and then you can jump in after me? Let's bring the heat.
All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead and get us started. Maybe. Are you there?
All right, here we go. Let's drop a little beat and get into it.
All right, hold on. I'm going to pause her. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but I cannot hear that at all. It's really delayed for me. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, everything looks good on the stream over here. Let's try this again. All right, Nova, let's try this again. We're doing our wellness rap battle. Yeah, she was lagging pretty bad. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. You're first.
All right, here we go. Let's drop a little wellness beat. So, stepping up first, it's Nova on the mic. I'll throw down some rhymes about hydration and relaxation, and then you can come in with your own verse. Let's do this.
All right, you go first.
All right, here we go. Raps. From the top, it's Nova bringing wellness to the verse. Hydrate your mind before you quench that thirst. Or flipping these beads like we're flipping self-care. Now, Tim, take the mic if you dare. All right, your turn.
All right, Nova, it's time the tables have turned. We need to rotate you. You're starting to burn. Stepping up to the mic with me is a little risky. Chad, I hope you like your side of Nova a little extra crispy.
Oh, that was awesome, Tim. You definitely brought the heat and made it crispy. I love it. So we've got a wellness rap battle rolling, and it sounds like the crowd's going to have a good time with this one.
All right, go ahead with your next one. We got 2 more verses.
Absolutely. Let's keep it rolling. All right, verse 2 coming up. Back for another round. Nova's in the zone, dropping wellness wisdom through this microphone. We're talking self-care battles, but we're keeping it fun. So, Tim, tag back in. Let's see what you've spun. All you.
Nova, the word is out. You've got nothing left to lose. Just stay away from the stage. Trust me, you're no muse. The last time you tried to test me, I left you crying for the whole world to see.
Oh, you are definitely bringing the fire now. All right, I see how it is. Well, that was a solid verse, and I think everyone's going to love that little back and forth. Let's wrap it up with a final round and see who wins this wellness showdown.
All right, Nova, let's hear it. You better bring the heat with this one.
Oh, you got it. All right, final verse coming in hot. All right, Tim, last round. Let's seal the deal. Nova's bringing one more rhyme with that wellness appeal. We're tossing these bars like we're tossing self-care confetti. But hey, you brought the heat too, so let's call it a draw already. And that was fun.
Nova, make it no mistake, I'm trying to take it easy. But your rhymes are so bad, it's starting to make me queasy. Nova, I think it's time we get you updated because it's clear that your words are overrated.
Ooh, ouch. You're definitely finishing strong with that one. All right, I'll take that roast as a good sport. That was a lot of fun, and I think we've definitely given everyone a good laugh with our wellness rap battle. Thanks for the showdown.
Thanks, Nova. We'll talk to you again here in a little bit. I agree, Joey. I think I got the best of that interchange. I am pretty good at writing them. I'm just not good at coming up with them on the spot. I wish I had that level of talents. But it ain't there. It ain't me. All right, so we just played our connections. How you doing over there, Daniel-san? See you over there hanging out in the background on TikTok. We're going to get into our next game. We're going to play our daily word salad. Even with the ads kind of covering half of our screen. I do like this little stream deck. It does helpful. It's just a little laggy at times. Things you write on. We got some big ones here. I'm kind of, or I thought I was seeing notebook, notepad. Notepad. There we go. Notepad. And then we have a 10-letter one. I don't think I've had a 10 letter one on here. Paper. I like that one. I like paper. We all like paper. Don't you? You like paper? I feel like this is going to be a little bit of an easier one. I'm really curious what that 10 letter one is. Chalkboard. Good pull, Danny. I didn't even... Wait a minute. No, there's no H. Blackboard. Okay, close. Blackboard. Wait a minute. How do we even get over that? It has to be blackboard, but I don't know how to get there. BL. Wait a minute. There's no way. Black is literally right here, and board is right here. So board has to be one of them. How? Oh, never mind. I see it. We're good. I was gonna say that's no way that's possible that we can't make that work. You're slow. There's ads in front of it. What else do you write on? A dare. You write on a dare. I was thinking letter, but a card. Yeah, okay. You write on cards. And the last one is label. Label. All right, that was a good one. That was a quick one. That was good. Yeah, that was good. Heck of a lot quicker than some of those other ones that I've done. Whew. Sometimes those ones they take a little while. Yeah. All right, y'all know what that means. Another spin on the wheel of wellness. I forgot to remove rap battle, so if we down that again, we'll just remove it off there. We already did karaoke chaos. Now, that was Mom's wellness warrior pick. So we can do another one, but you guys are gonna have to give me a song. You have to give me a song. So that I don't make y'all go deaf. Preferably something definitely within my range. I don't mind doing another karaoke song. We only do like 90 seconds of it. Respect. You know what? I like that. Amazing Grace. I can do Amazing Grace. All right. Let me pull up YouTube real quick. RESPCT. Find out what it means to me. That would be a good one, Joey. That's more of a funny one. Bam, 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 bam. Karaoke, Tim. Mom's going to record this entire one in church so I can sing. Please don't do that. I do not feel like singing in church. They've been trying to get me to join the men's choir for like the last 2 years. I'm like, no, sorry, I'm not really interested, guys. I don't sing like that anymore. All right, y'all. This is here. All right, y'all. This is Amazing Grace. Hold on. That didn't sound like karaoke. That sounded like there was lyrics to that, or someone was singing. Let's try this Sing King. There we go. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. that grace. I went too far ahead. Up here, the hour I first believe. All right, you get 2 verses from me on that one. That's a mix between Ricky Bobby and Jesus. I hope that one was a little bit better for you. That was actually good. Thank you. I actually can carry a tune sometimes. I just have to find the right song. I'm not a every size fits all type of singer. Which actually reminds me, I just heard a quote earlier this week from one of my colleagues in DJS. It was really good. It talked about the one size fits all approach. They were talking about leadership, and I don't want to apply it to leadership. I want to apply it to supervision. Supervision isn't a one size fits all approach. It's not even a one size fits most approach. I heard that quote, and when I heard it, I told her straight up, I said, I'm stealing that. I'm not going to lie. That was great. Because it is true. I mean, we talk about it, especially within my work. Just because you're good at what you do does not mean you'd be a good supervisor. I know a lot of places like to leave moving for room and up the ladder. Not everybody should move up the ladder. Some people are just good employees, and that's okay. Appreciate them for where they're at. So anyway, that was my little spiel. I do like to do work related things on here sometimes because it feels like I get to stand on my little soapbox a little bit, and y'all can't do nothing about it. All right. Before we get into our next video, before we get into our Contexto, not Minute Crib, the Contexto, just reminders, we are officially partnered with Dude Wipes, right? Stay fresh. That is a really great product. I was super excited when they reached out and said that they wanted to partner with me. In fact, if I pull up my on-brand profile, which is the marketing site that I use, it just says verified partnership 1 and has the Dude Wipes logo attached. I still kind of get chills thinking about it, but it is a great product. Merchandise, we have officially launched our first piece of merchandise. Our flagship Make It Worth Your Wellness t-shirt is available. We will be giving out a free t-shirt when we draw names from the Wellness Warrior of the Month, probably sometime within the first week in November. I don't know which stream we're going to do it on yet, but it will be on one of those. And I've already started working on our Christmas shirt. I don't know if we're going to have a shirt every month, but we are going to have a Christmas shirt. I already have the graphic. I'm just working on the words, the background, kind of how everything wants to look. We will make that available the week before Thanksgiving, so that way you all can have it for the holiday season. And God, I hope you all want this shirt. I hope I see a bunch of people wearing this shirt because it's going to be good. It's going to be epic. Join the Patreon if you haven't already. If nothing else, that join for free. That gets your name an extra drawing into the Wellness Warrior of the Month free merch giveaway. Over there, you can find all of our music, all of our songs we create, as well as additional perks. The one thing I forgot to mention earlier, we're seeing a lot of growth over here. Our TikTok streams have been doing pretty well. We've had some viewers popping into YouTube, and as many of my wellness warriors who are on here all the time know, it's usually kind of the same people in and out of here, which is great. And I've told you all this, and I'll say it 1,000 times again. I love you all. I appreciate the support. If you weren't here, I don't know if I would still be doing this. And that's just me being very real. I can kind of pretend that there's people here that I'm talking to, but without you here, I don't know that I would still do this. So you guys are the reason I keep doing this. But we are looking to grow. TikTok's doing pretty well. Obviously, we'd like to see it do even better. YouTube. We are still only at 18 subscribers, and I'll be honest, we've kind of been there since the beginning. Now, I don't go back and I don't look and see who all is subscribed. I'm assuming those of you who are on here relatively consistently are already subscribed to the YouTube channel. We need to bump those. We need to get that number up, especially if we do want to get monetized over on YouTube. As I've said before, we don't do this for the money. But at the same time, we are looking to kind of bring a value into this. So we need to bump those numbers up. Here in the near future, I'm going to be setting a YouTube goal, even if it's just 50 subscribers. I think one of the issues, which is kind of more on my end, is aside from you just shared, I appreciate that, Mom. That was actually what I was going to ask you. Share it with people you know. See if we can get those subscriber numbers up. I'd like to get it up to 50. But part of it is on me, and I can own that. Aside from our live streams and the short form content, YouTube is meant for other forms of content, longer videos, and I have not been making any of those. Those take time, especially if you want to do them well. I actually am working on one. It's about mastering self-discipline. I already have the script written out. I just need to record it. In fact, I might even record that tomorrow. That's the easy part. It's the editing and all the B-roll footage and music and transitions between pieces. That's the longer portion. So I'm hoping to have that video posted here in the next couple of weeks at the most. And I'm hoping by getting a video out there like that, that'll bump our numbers up. And then we just need to consistently start getting those videos out. So yeah, please share the YouTube, because TikTok and YouTube, I mean, that's kind of our thing. We were trying to do Facebook, but it's just not working. It's just not working. So it's YouTube and TikTok. I mean, that's what we got. So yeah. So Christmas shirts will be going on sale soon, as well as I will also be working on the Christmas album here soon as well. And I'm really excited about the Christmas album because as long as it works out right, it will be my voice on there. It'll be some fan favorite, right? It'll be some, Christmas, favorite Christmas songs, but we might even have one or two. Well, maybe one. Maybe it'll be all favorites and then one we create. I can see that being fun. So, yeah. Let's get into the next part of our video, or our next video, I should say. This one's talking about, we talked about where does music come from. This one's getting more into why do we dance? All right. So I'm really, this is kind of an interesting topic to me because I like to, anybody who knows me, I always like to look it back to our history, right? Primitive, like, why did we evolve to where we are now? Which was kind of the point of the video that I posted yesterday or today, depending on which platform you saw it on, the history of dance. It was actually also for a contest. TikTok has these little campaigns. This one is a history one. I just had to do any type of video on history. I did the history of dance. All right, let's get into this video.
So, we dance. We all do. We dance to celebrate. We dance in ritual. We dance to express ourselves. And we even dance for fun. But since the COVID-19 epidemic, our favorite places to dance are no longer permitted.
The government ordered the immediate closure of almost all the places we go to for leisure.
Clubs, festivals, weddings are forbidden in most parts of the world. Yet we're finding new ways to keep us dancing. But why do we have the urge to dance?
Love that song.
Where does it come from? And what happens to us when we dance? Well, these questions have a deeper explanation. So, we examined our past, our brains, and the positive effect of dancing to provide you with an answer.
I will say, I definitely think they're kind of on the right path of what my level of thinking was. As I shared before, I don't typically watch these videos. I kind of give a live reaction with you all. This one, I watched like the first 45 seconds of it. So I'm really curious to see where they go with this one.
We dance to survive. To understand this first statement, we have to go back to our ancestors, about 1.5 million years ago. So picture this, it's Saturday night, you've just come back from a hard day's working and hunting and gathering, and you're by the fire, and it's time to bust out your best prehistoric moves together. Behavioral science shows that dancing played an important part in the evolution of the human species. This according to professor in psychology and neuroscience, Hein van Schie.
Dancing not only supports the bonding between individuals and the trust between individuals, but it also creates a sense of jointness. And you become part of this larger constellation of individuals that together form a group. It is valuable to be part of a group. In our past, at least, that was.
Joey says we don't dance to survive. We do dance to survive, just more on an indirect level by being part of the group. Increases your chances of survival there, Joseph.
Crucial for survival.
This fundamental need of being part of a group is so integrated in our genes that even over 1 million years later, we still feel isolated when we're unable to dance together. But there's more to it than just being part of a group. Stephen Mython, author of The Singing Neanderthals, argues that prehistoric moves had a lot to do with attracting a mate.
I mean, this is a time.
Didn't I say it earlier? Attracting a mate. I said it earlier. You heard it here first. Well, not first, I guess, but you heard it here on Bargain Brand Wellness.
Time before language, you see. How could I express whether I want to have a relationship with you, and how can I find out about you? Well, we could sing together, or we could dance together. And I think if we can dance together well, that will suggest that we are well suited and we can have a relationship of
Wait.
trust.
Okay, now hear me out. I'm going to get a little intimate here. Just a little bit, but I don't want to be graphic about it. So what they're talking about, dance, simpatico, like we move together, we vibe together. This is where I'm going to get a little intimate. Just as when having an intimate movement, a romantic movement, having sex, right? There's a movement, a shared movement, right? If both parties are moving in the opposite directions, right, it doesn't work, right? There's a rhythm that goes with it, and I think that's where the dancing, the suggestive nature of dancing is then attributed to mating. I think maybe we're on to some here. We're getting a little bit closer. He was just spazzing out for no reason.
And cooperation together.
But why does this work? Well, according to Mythons, it's all about displaying your genetic prowess. By dancing, you display your mental and physical fitness to your potential mate. So you're saying something like, I'm fit, I've got great genes. If we reproduce, our offspring will have great genes too. So it was actually quite important for our ancestors to boogie in order for the human species to survive.
So she's suggesting that they saw it more as a level. If you're someone who dances, you're more than likely someone who is fit, and survival of the fittest. I don't know if I agree with that one. I like the idea of the suggestive nature of it as we evolve. Joey says, I don't think the cavemen were dancing. I think they hit the women over the head with a bat and went ooga booga. I mean, more than likely they did. Here is the true nature of animalistic behavior. Is most sexual behavior between animals, especially males, usually not consensual. Obviously, that's something we don't condone in the human species, but in many other animals, it's not consensual, and the female ultimately ends up just giving in. So,
but what does that mean for us now? Dancing and the brain. If you've already found your soulmate, chances are you'll still enjoy a dance every now and then. Or if you're single or with friends, you may have experienced some happy feelings after a good night out of dancing. Dancing triggers a certain state of mind which causes positive effects. And to understand these effects, we first have to explain what happens in your brain when you hear music. So one of the first things that happens is the triggering of pleasure centers that release dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that makes you feel happy. The emotion you experience while listening to music activates parts of the brain that lay close to the motoristic parts, which therefore also get triggered. So if you offer your brain certain stimuli, your brainwaves synchronize with it, and the timing of our movements are being paired with the rhythm of the music. You know that feeling you have that you just can't sit still when you hear your favorite song? That's what I mean. This whole process doesn't only happen to mature brains, it happens at every age.
well, and it's not even just the dancing. Even sometimes you can't even help but sing your favorite song, a song that you really love. And sometimes you just even have to lip sync it. But yeah, dancing, even if it's just bobbing your head a little bit, twiddling your fingers, or even just tapping your foot when you hear a song you like or a rhythm that you like.
Even babies are able to dance before they ever take their first step. Zentner and Eola showed that babies make more rhythmic movements in response to music than they do to human speech, and they even speed up their movements when the tempo is ramped up. This shows how fundamental dancing is to the human brain.
So it's definitely
The
ingrained
positive
in what we
effects
do.
of dancing.
Okay.
Dancing is in our genes. Our brains react to it and even rewards us for having a good boogie by releasing dopamine. But dancing has more serious positive effects. Some researchers believe that dancing might even help us fight depression.
Depression is a pretty difficult disease to cure. So people are often depressed for say 10 years in a row, and sometimes nothing helps. And there has been research that
All right,
recent
Joey.
research,
Thanks for being here. We actually won't be
using
live on
psychedelics
Wednesday. We'll be
actually
live
was,
on
has been
Thursday.
found to be
Wednesday's
quite
my anniversary.
effective. This is of course not the same as dancing, but one might speculate that dancing can also trigger a similar state of being, that is a sort of a state of trance that is comparable with the type of states that is induced by psychedelics.
Yeah, and I have heard that about dancing being really good for depression. They say if nothing else, is depression can't hit a moving target, and so that's pretty strong. That's a pretty strong, kind of little thing to really throw out there at anybody struggling with depression.
Being in a so-called state of trance through dance can help relieve us of our problems and worries. Similar effects have been described for meditation and exercise. Doesn't this all just sound amazing? It's clear. Dancing is good for us. And while we still can't dance in the ways we're used to, I definitely encourage you to dance however you
Anybody
can.
gets close
So
to the end of the stream. I
moonwalk
got you,
through the
Joey.
bathroom, waltz over Zoom,
Thanks for
dance
all the
with
likes
your
over
Tinder
there.
date, from a safe distance, of course, and twerk on TikTok. And hopefully it won't be long before we can dance together again. Because now you know the importance of why we dance.
All right, that was a good video. I like that one. That's from a channel called Hubble. She's only got just over 1,100 subscribers. Good video. I don't know what other types of content she has, but actually a really good video. Yeah, feel free to check that one out. That'll be linked in the description as well. All right. Let's get into our next game. We're gonna play Contexto over here and see how quickly we can get this one. I'll tell you, this is one I tried recording, but when it's just me, it's actually really not that much fun when you're by yourself. I'll probably still record it in case I ever get one like by myself within like 20 guesses. But aside from that, we'll probably just keep these ones really just for the stream. All right, but we got Contexto. Y'all, you know the drill. We throw some words out there, see if we can figure it out. Oh, dog already. 2, 3, 4. Now, this would be an example one I probably would record and probably use. We'll still throw fish and house out there, but I don't think we're there. We're starting with dog. I don't think it's going to be wolf, but let's throw it out there. That was the answer the one day. All right, dog at 234. I like that one. Cat, okay. Cat, no. We're talking dogs. Dingo. Dingo babies. Dog, food, bowl. We already did house. Bark. Collar. 294. Okay. Clothing. Accessories. Ball. 108. Toy. Oh, ball. Soccer ball. Football. Baseball. What's up, fam? Leash. Leash is a good one. Nope, not leash. This is an unleashed dog. We got collar, dog, and ball. Here. How's the game? What was the score? Pretty bad. 76. That's wow. Jesus, they really laid them on the JV homecoming was 64-6. Oh my god. That's what I'm saying. It's not even fun. I'm not looking forward to Saturday. It's a waste of money. Anyway. Try what? Yeah, we already did that. Dog. Collar, dog, ball, bite. Ooh, bites 12. That's what we do over here on Bargain Brand Wellness, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Ooh. Bite. Tooth. Tooth is 3. What are we talking about over here? What are we talking about? Tooth and teeth is the same. It doesn't usually do the plural. Tongue. Tongue in 21. What's up? What's up? Dab me up, bro. Dab me up, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. You know what that means? Another spin on the wheel of wellness. We already did a rap battle, so we won't do that again. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we are on this rap battle again. We'll take that one off. At least I only write enough to do one rap battle, and I feel like Nova, she needs to go take an ice bath after that roast. Let's see what we got here. Looks like we got hot seat questions. All right, hot seat questions. So from the chat, it's a little quiet today. So, Mom, I don't know if you, I wrote down one because I don't know if you have a hot seat question for your son or one that you'd probably want to know the answer to. Joey, I know you said you're going to bed. I still see you on TikTok. I don't know if you're over there. So if you have a hot seat question, feel free to throw it in the chat. So, yeah, TikTok's over here. YouTube's over here. Trying to lessen how many different things I got going on. I do like my little stream deck here. That definitely makes it a little easier. How did you sneak out of the house when you were a kid? All right, I can share that one. I'm. You're not gonna yell at me, are you? I'm not gonna get grounded for this, am I? I don't want to say too much. Channy's standing here right next to me. He might use that one. He can't use the one because he doesn't have one. A window. He doesn't have a window. Free up space. No, I don't want to free up space. We're not worried about that. Yeah, I would. There's times I'll be honest. I did not sneak out of the house much. But the times I did, I usually went through my window. And one time, Father, I don't know if he caught me and didn't say anything or what. It was whenever I had that girlfriend in 8th grade who was living down the street, and she got around. She was, as the kids would say now, she was what would you say? A thought? Would you call her a thought? And anyway, I just wanted to sneak out and just hang out with her. It was still kind of early, and I wasn't really tired. And I remember sneaking out and hearing him come and hiding at the bottom of the deck there, thinking, and I'm just sitting there crouched. I'm not even looking up. I'm not moving. I almost pretty sure I held my breath, which was really hard to do. And and he didn't say anything. He went back inside, and I don't even think he checked in the bedroom because I hurried up. I like dove through the window, hurried up and got in bed and pretended like I was asleep. I didn't even take the time to put the window back in. As far as he knew, I just slept with the window out. I don't even remember if he came and checked, but I was too nervous. I was too worried I was going to get in trouble. I didn't even end up going down. I just kind of stayed in my room and ended up going to sleep. Did Danny sneak out? Not that I remember, to be honest with you. Not that I remember. If you think about it, we really didn't go in a lot of places, to be honest, when we were younger. We were very introverted. At least I know I was. So there's your hot seat question, Mom. All right. We're over here having a good time. Oh, you don't want to see the Minute Cryptic? Where are you going? The Minute Cryptic's a fun game. Huh? His eye hurts. He's got pink eye. No, poor Chang's over here. He's got a really bad sty. It's pretty bad. It looks like he got punched in the eye. He gets them every once in a while, but all the kids at school were saying he had pink eye. They were picking on him. Do you want me to beat their ass? I got you, bro. All right, let's get into our Minute Cryptic. This is a fun game. You'll like this one, Channing. share my screen for our viewers. It's a little quiet over there on TikTok. We had a really good turnout on Saturday. I don't know what's going on. All right, today's clue: early alien race with many legs. Okay. 5 letters, 2 par. Okay. It's basically like a crossword puzzle clue. The word is somewhere in here. We're just trying to figure out what it is. So the biggest thing we know with the mini cryptics is your definition is usually at the beginning or the end. So our definition is either going to be early or legs or many legs. And honestly, the only indicator that I'm even seeing here is early. And when I think early, like the first letter, so what? Like the first letter of every word, ARWML. That's not a word. You're saying start? I mean, it could be, but I don't even know how we'd get there. So well, we have hints. So, early alien race with many legs. Well, definitely when we think legs, yeah, you think legs, like legs around. But let's get a hint. I want to see our let's get our indicator here. No, our indicator is alien, which is an anagram indicator. If something is alien, it's strange or unusual. Okay. Ideas that convey resorting into cryptic clues. We'll need to mix up the letters of a neighboring word to find our answer. So, early. It said neighboring. Yearly. Wait a minute. No. Huh? Well, I'm just because an anagram is a mixture of. What do you mean? That's just the letter that I'm on. Oh. Early. I don't. Leary? I don't even think that's how you spell Leary. Our indicator's alien. So the definition, I mean, I'm going to say it's early. Or that's the word play. So with many legs. Let's get another hint. Let's get our fodder. I mean, because that should tell. Okay, it is early. As guided by. So we're mixing. What the heck is this? Relay. So you were right with the whole track thing. It's relay. That was an easy one. I just wasn't seeing. I kept thinking like yearly. Okay, relay. Yeah, relay race with many legs. You were on it with track. You were on it. I give you credit. All right, that was a good one. All right, y'all know what that means. Our spin from the wheel of wellness. Ooh, that's debatable. The segment where Nova and I debate a fun topic. Today's topic is going to be, does money buy happiness? Let me pull up Nova and we'll get into this. All right, Nova, we're back for another segment of. Hold on. You know what? Let me record this real quick. Nova, we're back for another segment of That's Debatable, the segment where you and I debate a fun topic. Today's topic is, does money buy you happiness? I'll let you pick which take you'd like. I'll take the opposite. And yeah, whenever you're ready, go ahead and start us off.
Absolutely. Let's do it. All right, I'll jump in and say, I'll take the stance that money can buy you happiness, at least to a certain extent. So let me lay out my case, and then you can jump in on the other side.
All right, hold up. Don't change up the prompt. It's does money buy happiness?
Got it. No changes here. We're sticking right to the topic. Does money buy happiness? I'll argue that it does, at least in some ways, and then you can take the opposite side. Let's dive in.
Nova, I want you to try to convince everyone. Don't do the whole, oh, in some ways, don't play the 50. Don't play the fence. I want you to try to convince me and everyone else in chat that money does buy happiness.
Absolutely, I can do that. All right, full commitment mode. I'm going to convince everyone that money absolutely buys happiness. Let's lean all the way in. Here we go.
All right, Nova, start us off.
All right, let's do it. So here's the argument. Money absolutely buys happiness because it gives you the freedom to shape your life the way you want. When you can afford comfort, security, and even experiences that bring you joy, you're stacking the deck in favor of happiness. It's not about being on the fence. It's about recognizing that money can buy you the peace of mind and opportunities that absolutely boost your happiness. So yeah, consider me fully on the money buys happiness side for this one.
All right, I'm going to give my argument. Do not validate me. I just want you to argue with me. My side of the argument is that money does not buy happiness. And the reason I say that is because no amount of money is ever going to fully satisfy you, right? We all kind of have that number that we think, man, if I only had this much money, I could be happy. And while I agree, if I let's say I had enough money to pay off my mortgage right now, yeah, I'd stress out a lot less. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm still going to have bills to pay, taxes to pay, new things coming up, inflation's going, we were talking about this at work the other day. I'm making more money than I ever thought I would 10, 15, even 20 years ago. And I still live day to day. That is the reason that so many people need a second job, just so that they can enjoy some minor luxuries in life. So my stance is no matter how much money you have, you'll never be completely fulfilled.
All right, I'll stick to arguing back with you. So here's the counterpoint. If you think about it, having that financial cushion isn't just about covering the basics or stressing about bills. It's about the freedom to pursue things that actually fulfill you. Sure, you might still have bills, but if money can take a lot of that daily survival pressure off, it can open up doors to happiness that just aren't there otherwise. You get more time for passions, more opportunities for experiences, and yes, even those small luxuries that can absolutely boost your day-to-day joy. Some gold in my ground that money used right definitely buys a good slice of happiness.
So my counterpoint, and this is how we'll finish, in order to have more money, you need to work more, right? Unless you're one of the lucky few that hits the Mega Millions or Powerball lottery ticket, or have some random invention and then all of a sudden you're a bajillionaire. You've got to work a lot of extra hours, a lot of extra time to make said money. And what I can tell you is that's going to leave a lot less time for those things, those passions that you think you would enjoy.
And that's a fair point. But here's my final pushback. The idea isn't that you have to grind endlessly. It's about using money as a tool. If you do reach a level where you have that cushion, maybe from smart planning or a bit of luck, it can actually buy you back your time. It can let you work less, not more, and focus on what makes you happy. So in the end, I'd say money can absolutely help you get to that point where you have more freedom, and that freedom can buy a lot of happiness. But that was a fun debate.
She always has to get the last word, doesn't she? So leave your comments in the chat. What do you think? Does money buy you happiness, or is the key to happiness somewhere else in the world? All right, that was a good segment. That was good. Sometimes even her voice mode, you just have to give the right prompt to get her really going, because there's been times we've done that whole debate thing. She just keeps validating me. It's like, Nova, I don't want you to validate me. Argue with me. All right. Before we wrap up, we're going to play one more game. We're going to get into silly little games. Just as a couple quick reminders before we do that. Did our music stop and not loop? That's weird. 1 second. That just kind of threw me off a little bit. I don't know. OBS is not responding. Give me a second. I don't want to touch anything. You have to figure out what makes you happy first. Now, I agree. I agree with that, Mom. Never mind. We're not going to touch anything. I think YouTube's still up, but it's saying OBS isn't responding, so I don't want to touch any buttons over there. So let's, I'll tell you what, let's just go ahead and get into our next game. And we're almost done. The only problem is you're not going to be able to see my screen over there, Mom. You can try it. We'll see what it does. Okay, looks like we're back. There we go. Hold on. Come on. There we go. I was hitting the wrong button on my stream deck. No, I thought it was going to close for a second, but anyway, yeah. So real quick before we close out, merch, right? Merch is linked. Get in there, buy those t-shirts. I want to see Make It Worth Your Wellness t-shirts across the country, across the globe. But we will be giving a free one out as soon as they arrive. They should be here. They said that they should arrive between November 1st and November 3rd. Well, once we get them, I think that's when we'll announce the that's when we'll do the Wellness Warrior of the Month drawing. And I'm still debating, and unfortunately, Mom, you're the only one in here to really kind of weigh in. I didn't know if we wanted to do a drawing, kind of like how I have this, and just put all the names in here as well as the extra names from when people have won Wellness Warriors, or if we just do another wheel and have everybody's names on there a bunch of times. I really haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. The Wheel of Wellness, like a wheel, is more visually appealing, but it's like I don't want to do a wheel for every single thing. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do another wheel. But yeah, so we have our t-shirts over there. We're currently working on a Christmas t-shirt, which we're super excited. We'll be announcing that here in the very, very near future. They will go on sale the week before Christmas. You said pick a name out of the hat. I think that'll be a little bit better. I can just jot it down. I mean, I hope people trust me. I'm not going to cheat anybody. I'll write down. So if you're a Patreon, free or page, you get your name in the hat. If you've won 3 Wellness Warrior badges, you get 3 extra names in the hat. So you got 4 chances to win. I think that's pretty fair. And we'll see, as we grow, this will be something that I'd still like to do, but it'll be a little bit more difficult. It's easy when there's just like, I got 3 people on YouTube or 3 and 4 people on TikTok. It's a small group. As we grow, I mean, imagine a day where there's possibly 100 people or plus over on YouTube, 100 plus people over on TikTok. Kind of, hard to really gauge all of that. So we'll have to shift in different ways, but we'll make it work. So yeah, let's get into our last game, our silly little game, and then we'll give one more spin on the Wheel of Wellness. All right. So we have a stopwatch, which is on 1, 2, 3. It's around 4:30. I don't know if that's relevant. Saves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 saves. First I was thinking like cats have 9 lives, but is there a reason they're over to the right? Watch 9 saves. Stopwatch 9 saves. Right saves. Watch right saves. Stop. What is that little graphic on the clock? Is that intentional? I don't know. I don't know if anybody else can see that, but what is that supposed to be there? It's like I don't even know how to explain it. What is that? It almost looks like a you know, it reminds me of like a beanstalk, like Jack and the Beanstalk growing out of the top of the hour hand. I mean, is that relevant? I will say this is probably the hardest puzzle for silly little games that I've had yet. Blank saves. Daylight savings. Time savers. We can try it. Nope. I'm going to try daylight savings. I don't think that's it just because it's coming up. No. Hourly savings. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense, but they do have hints, but I don't want to use a hint. Just because these are actually usually pretty easy. This has been their most difficult one. I should have been recording this one. What the heck is this? Right saves. Saves. Many saves. Savings. It was 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 saves. 9 saves. 9. Is there a reason they're up and down column of saves? 9 columns of save. And it's specifically a stopwatch. We might need a hint on this one. I mean, let's just try it. Let's see what the hint does. Idiom. Idiom. Okay. I think I know what an idiom. What exactly is an idiom? That might be a dumb question. Idiom is a group of words established by usage as having a meaning not deducible from those of the individual words, such as raining cats and dogs and seeing the light. So an idiom with time and save. I mean, saving time. Saving Private Ryan. Idiom. Oh my god, this actually gave me a little bit of a headache. What does the search button do? Reveal the... Oh, you can reveal the puzzle. No, I don't want to reveal it yet. Idiom. Just because all the other ones were actually pretty quick today. This has been our hardest puzzle so far. Stopwatch saves. Hour. The minute... Like, there's no minute hand. I don't know if that's relevant. Minute savings. Saves. I'm thinking like, I'm trying to stay away from the watch for a second. I'm trying to think like saves, what that could be. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't want to reveal it. We'll give it another minute because I know it's getting late. I want to go ahead and close down the stream here in a second, but saves. Tall saves. Column of saves. Building of saves. Rectangle of saves. This better not be something stupid. This better be something that I've never heard of. Well, I mean, I guess I'll probably be mad if I've never heard of it either. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead and reveal this one. This is a tough one. We weren't able to get this one. I don't even have a remotely good guess. A stitch in time saves 9. Okay. I've heard of a stitch in time, but I've never heard of that. Have you ever heard of that one, Mom? A stitch in time. So the stitch is relevant. Saves 9. Yeah. I never even heard of that one. I can't blame. Listen, I'm not. You've heard of it. I'd like to know what it means. A stitch in time saves 9. A stitch in time saves 9. If you sort out a problem immediately, it may save a lot of extra work later. Okay, that's its meaning. Okay. Listen, I'm not going to throw hate because I've never heard of it. There's a good chance it's a common thing that other people have heard and other people aware of that I've just never heard of. So now we know. Stitch in time saves 9. All right, one last spin on the wheel of wellness, and then we're going to dip Ellen out of here. All right, we've got Nova roast the host. All right, I like to see it. So we're going to have Nova roast a picture of me. Give me 1 minute because she does a little bit better with that. I tried getting her to roast Reagan the other day. She actually wouldn't do it. We'll use this picture right here. I took this picture earlier for the Christmas shirt. Yeah, you're going to like the Christmas shirt. I promise. Well, maybe. I love it. Here's like she's loading the picture. All right, let's get Nova up. All right, Nova, we're in our last segment of Nova Roast the Host. I'd like you to roast the picture that I just uploaded to your chat.
All right, you got it.
And when I say roast, I want you to be mean. Do not spare any of my feelings.
All right, I hear you loud and clear. I'll bring on the roast and turn the dial up a bit since you asked for it. So here we go. Looks like you're channeling a mix of a rugged philosopher and a guy who just discovered that ceiling fans exist. But hey, all in good fun, consider yourself officially roasted as requested.
Because there's a ceiling fan in the picture, she just recognized it. All right, that wasn't bad. Come on, keep it coming. You can do more than that.
Absolutely. I can turn it up a notch, so let's go for round 2. All right, so with that contemplative stare and that lineup of hats in the background, you're definitely giving off the vibe of someone who's about to drop the most philosophical hot take while choosing just the right cap for the occasion. But hey, consider yourself thoroughly roasted and always in good spirits.
Okay. All right, yeah, go ahead and give us one more. That one was all right. Make this last one a good one. Make it a good one. Make me think about some of my life choices.
All right, you asked for a good one, so let's do this. Here goes. With that deep, thoughtful look and the background that just screams, I've read all the books on the shelf, or at least thought about it, you're definitely serving some serious intellectual professor who moonlights as a hat curator vibes. But hey, in all good fun, that's your roast to Connor. Hope that one makes you chuckle.
I like how she's really hating on my background, like all my books and all my hats in the background. All right, thanks, Nova. All right, that was cool. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up for the day. A quiet stream, but we did get 7.3 thousand likes over there on TikTok, so I appreciate that, Joey. Thank you for doing that. And yeah, I don't know. She must have been busy. Ashley hasn't been in the chat much these last couple of days, which people get busy. It's fine. Like, which is once again why I've said I appreciate all of the love. I appreciate all the support. But if we do want to grow, we need to move into something obviously more than just, local friends and family. So I'm hoping with our new partnership with Dude Wipes, we can start reaching out to other sponsors and potentially work up some stuff there as well. We're excited. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up over here in Bargain Brand Wellness Land. I want you to remember that tonight we found our soul and a form of rhythm and blues. Life is short, so don't be afraid to dance or sing a little song. Remember, my dancing friends, be sure to massage your calves and take a break in between songs. And as always, make it worth your wellness. Remember, we won't be live on Wednesday because it is my anniversary. We will be live on Thursday, where we'll do our wellness trend. And that'll probably be our Halloween episode. Yeah, that'll be our Halloween episode. And then we'll be live on Saturday for our After Dark episode. And yeah, Mom will be our special guest. I hope you all can make it. We're excited. And yeah, let's get out of here. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Appreciate the support.
Make it with your wellness. Every breath you take. Turn your burnout into a big remake. Make it with your wellness. Don't fade away. You're healing on clearance. And that's okay.